Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we are studying the chapter sound since the previous video. So let us understand what are we going to study in this video today. So we're going to study certain terms in this video. These are the terms that we're going to study. We are going to study about the oscillator. We're going to study about oscillation, oscillatory motion, and amplitude. Out of this, I guess you'll have studied about oscillatory motion in your previous classes. So today we're going to learn some more terms related to this. So let us start. Now, what picture is this, children? Can you identify what kind of musical instrument is this? I will tell you. This is a tanpura. So, what happens when a string of a musical instrument such as tanpura is plucked? I'll tell you what happens. When the string of a musical instrument such as tanpura is plucked, the string can be seen to vibrate. It vibrates, yes. Now when I am plucking this, if you see here, when we are plucking like this, it vibrates, yes, vibration takes place, but the two ends of the string, the two ends means this part, the ends of the string, okay, but the two ends of the vibrating string are still, they don't move, okay. As it vibrates, the string moves to one side of the central position and comes back to the central position. Where is the central position? This is the central position, the original position, yes. So when we are plucking it, it moves up, it moves down, yes, and it comes back to the original position. Yes, so this motion of the string is repeated again and again and at fixed intervals of time. So such motion is called as periodic motion. Now let us proceed ahead. Now, sound is generated by rhythmic vibration of an object. So we can hear a sound as long as the object vibrates, but when we touch the vibrating object with our hand, the vibrations stop and we no longer hear the sound. Sometimes we can also see the vibrations, but sometimes the vibrations are so minute that we cannot see them with our eyes. Okay, now let us proceed further. And have you seen this? We all are aware of this, right? This is a swing which we see in the garden. Yes, we must have seen children playing on a swing in a garden. So, have you ever observed carefully the motion of the swing? So, if you have not, just go to the swing at the rest in a garden and mark its position on the ground below. You can call this marks at the central position. Like if you see in this picture, if this is the position of the swing, this is considered as a central position, right? Yes, and what happens, children? Now you have to pull. When you pull this string here, as this girl is doing, is when you pull the swing to one side and let it go. What will happen when you let it go? You move to the other side. Yes, observe how it swings. So initially it was at the central position, then you pulled it to one side and left it. So what happened on after that? It went on the other side. So a swing that moves back and forth like this, so back and forth, you see it's moving in front and it moves like this and like this and like this, yes. So this motion is normally called as the oscillatory motion, okay, and the object who is doing this is called as the oscillator. See, this is an object who is performing this motion. So we will call that as oscillator. And one oscillation. What is one oscillation, children? When the swing moves from one end. See here. When the swing is moving from one end. See, we are moving. So when it moves from one end to the other end and it returns back to the original position. Okay, so this is called as the one oscillation. So you start from this point, you leave it, and then it comes back to the original position is called as the one oscillation. Now, this back and forth motion of the swing, this back and forth motion of the swing is called as the oscillatory motion. So the object who performs this motion is called as oscillator. The motion is called as oscillatory motion, and one oscillation, like when the swing moves from the starting point to the end point and comes back to the original position, that is the one oscillation. Let us study something more. What can you see in the figure, children? If you look this is, there is a strong thread here. This is a thread, and this is cord which is around say half a meter, and this can be a ball which is made up of iron or wood. Anything will do. So this together is called as a pendulum. Okay, so we all have heard about a pendulum. So what we have to do is we have to tie a small iron or wooden ball to the string, and we have to suspend it from the support. This is the support. Okay, so such an oscillator is called as a pendulum. Now if we give an oscillatory motion to the pendulum like swing, how you move the swing, like that we have to move this pendulum also. What do we observe? See, when you will try to move this, it will vibrate in this manner. It will move from here to here like this. It will keep on moving. So what can we do to this? What can we say? And what do we learn from this, children? Is that, see, the maximum distance between the original position A, okay, original position B, this is the original position, children. So this is the maximum distance that it is traveling. Yes, from this one B is the original position, and maximum distance is A, and C, right? So from the central position, whatever is the maximum distance that it is covering, like in this case, BA is the amplitude and BC is the amplitude. So what is the amplitude? The maximum distance between the original position of a pendulum and the extreme position. The distance between the maximum distance between the original position and the maximum distance that it is covering, or the extreme position. This is called as the amplitude. So what in this case, what is the amplitude? Either BA is the amplitude or BC is the amplitude. Okay, so this is known as the amplitude of oscillation. So what did we learn in this video, children? We learned about periodic motion. We learned about when a sound is heard. We learned about oscillator. We also learned about one oscillation, oscillatory motion, and finally we learned about the amplitude of the oscillation. Thank you.